Greetings guys, Jay Smith here, down at a very cold Bury Golf Range in Suffolk. All manufacturers, do me a favour, if you're going to release clubs, release them in the summer. Yeah. Anyway, because of the global situation that we're in, I was a bit disappointed not to get these earlier to test. However, everything is what it is, so we can't complain. So today, I've got all the Ping G425 stuff. So it's Ping Day. First, let's do the irons. Ping G425, new for this year, takes over the 410. Now, the 410 was an amazingly good club for Ping, sold in its masses in the last 18 months or so, because Ping run around about a 2-year life cycle on all their equipment. Some even longer. The iBlade now has been going on forever. Well, not quite forever, but quite a long time. Anyway, so the Ping G425, slight changes this year, nothing too much. It still looks like a Ping, that hasn't changed. However, there's a few things that we'll have a quick chat about. Let's go hit some shots and chat about it at the same time, because down by the ball, it's changed for this year. The distance between heel and toe is well, I say nowhere near as long. It's by no means a small club. It's not like blade length or anything else like that. It's still a decent size. It's not small, but it has shortened down a touch because the feedback was the fact that it was a little bit longer. So it has made it look much nicer down by the golf ball. That was a little bit heely and low, which has made that tail off to the right a little bit. I haven't done enough testing yet to do like a proper face mapping of how the what the drop off is all over the face, but the more people hit this and the more data I get, not at the moment anyway at least, but yeah, I'll get a proper one though. It doesn't like heel shots, doesn't like low heelers. That's the I think it's because of the mass is all whacked towards the toe, and you've got a little tungsten screw in the side there and all that lot. It's going to make it very forgiving off the toe, but maybe not so much off the heel. But the sound is different. There is a little badge in the back of this. That's gone a bit left. Overcompensated for the last one. There is a different sound. Now, there's a badge in the back. Multi-material badge, they call it. Basically to dampen down the noise. Do you know what? I've hit the 410, I've hit the 425. If you want me to do a comparison video, down there, comment, yeah, do you know what? Stick it down there and I'll, yeah, it warms up a little bit. It'll be much more fun doing it. But yeah, and there is a different noise. Now, they're saying it's quieter. I wouldn't say it's quieter. This is not a quiet golf club. But then again, the 410 wasn't quiet either. Yeah, not quite so much left. That's getting more like it. Pleasant to hit. I'm not offended by the sound. When I say offended by the sound, Ping have made some golf clubs in the past, which I was very much so offended by the sound. G700. I didn't like the sound of that. It was like a gun going off. The problem is when you're going to make a club like this, a game improvement club, where effectively you're making the face as thin as you possibly can, and then making the centre of gravity as low as you possibly can, perimeter weighting and all that lot, is that you can make it very quick. You can make a face ridiculously fast. But what you do, unfortunately, is make it quite noisy. So what you end up having to do is you're having to then try and to like compensate for that fact by putting multi-material badges and bits and pieces in the back. Now, it obviously serves another purpose. It does show off all the logos and stuff. So yeah, that's that. But it's not quiet. It's not loud either. But yeah, these are very, very forgiving. Not so much off low heel strikes, but yeah. But these are, as a general rule, exceptionally forgiving. I've been hitting a few shots already with this, and I tell you what, it is damn near impossible to miss target. You have to put a very poor hit on it, but you do. This wants to hit target. It's such a good golf club. These are going to sell in their bucket loads because they're just so straight. Now, if you're going to hit them against a player's iron, yeah, you're going to feel massive differences, huge differences. But this isn't designed for that. This is designed for the golfer, which struggles necessarily. I normally hit 3 shots, but this is fun hitting this, so I'm just going to keep hitting and talking. the difference with this has, it's got a variable face thickness, so basically you're talking off of middle strikes. No one hits middle all the time, but when you don't, obviously variable face thickness will allow the face to flex in different areas, keep ball speeds up. If you're going to point the face over there or there, that's where the ball's going to go. But if you're going to misstrike it, that's where golf clubs are forgiven. They've made this weird trampoline effect on the head. Now, again, the golf ball's on the face for not long whatsoever. And they're calling it for stopping power and stuff like that. But I mean, okay, anything helps. But yeah, God, it's cold. Last one. Oh, that's such a good one. I tell you what, these are going to do so well this year. These are going to sell like hotcakes because they are just so straight. The feeling is a little bit suspect when it comes to feeling. I'm used to hitting blades, guys, so okay, any game improvement iron's going to feel much different to what I'm used to. But I am really impressed with these. Would I use them? Of course no, because of what I've just said. But necessarily for the amateur market, which this club is designed for, these are going to be really hard to beat. Anyway, let's go hit this a bunch of times in the custom fitting studio, in the warm, before I come back out here and do all the woods. And let's go see how this really performs when you hit them up against real balls, not range balls. Let's go see how it does. Right guys, in the custom fitting studio now. After hitting a load of shots, it's still cold in here, so the coat has gone on. But let's go quickly have a look at the ball data and club data for the Ping G425 7.9. Now, I've got the FSX PC on and I'm projecting up on the screen. So let's go have a look and see how well this did. So, ball data first. On average, 121.2. Average launch angle, 19.2. Spin, 5,019. Now, 5,000 RPM for a 7.9, some would say, is relatively low. However, remember this is a cranked 7.9. Now with cranked 7.9s, obviously they reduce the loft. You reduce the loft, necessarily reduce the spin. The reason why you still get the launch, etc., is because of the centre of gravity. With all that weight whacked down at the bottom of the golf club, that's how you still get the golf ball up in the air. Anyway, so yeah, 5,000 RPM spin, descending at 47.6, so basically 48 degrees, and then with a peak height of 36. Now this is carrying an average 176 yards. Now 176 yards for a 7.9 is very helpful. You're looking at a peak height of 36, 176 yards. That is good. And then obviously descending at 48 degrees at that distance, you would take that all day long. Now there is the last one. I wanted to sort of show you the last one on the list there. So if I drag your attention right to the last one on the list, 123.2, launching at 21.6, spinning at 5.8 now, descending at 51.2, and then 42 yards in the air. Now that was with me trying to hit it high, and with hitting it high, I would like to see how much workability. Everyone craves on about this whole idea about players' irons, blades, etc. are more workable than game improvement. Well, are they? No. In reality, if you can curve left to right and right to left, the same if it's game improvement or blade, that doesn't change. But what a game improvement iron does give you, potentially, is the ability to hit it higher. With that CG as low as it is, it gives you that little option of being able to hit high should you require. And yes, 42 yards in the air. That has surprised me because I cannot get my equal lofted iron in my bladed set up at 42. More on that in a minute. Let's just go by club data and let's go see how well it did on that one. Average 91.6. Again, when it comes to these pings, for some reason, and I'd need to measure all the head weights because I don't seem to be able to move a ping club, whether it be an iron or whether it be a wood, as fast as I can others. Now, ping in the past have definitely made heavy wood heads, trying obviously for forgiveness, and it works very well. It'd be interesting to try and measure these things, how much they weigh in relation to others, to see if it's that which is dropping down the head speed. Anyway, average attack angle 4 degrees down, 0.2, 0.2 when it comes to path and face to path, because again I deliver fairly 0-0, and effectively look, I think it was 0 mil hill and then 1 mil low, so quite close to middle. within reason. Now, if we can go quickly look at the club data and ball data comparison on there, basically that's just summarising exactly what I've just said. Decent strikes on average, and it goes very, very well. Now, I also hit my 6-iron of my MP20 blade because I wanted to see like for like lofting. So these are 29.5 degrees for a 7-iron. My 6-iron is 30 degrees, so within half a degree, exactly the same. And I want to see the difference. So I hit one shot, lucky enough. I hit one shot, bang on, it's cold. I'm quite lucky that I didn't hit anything other than middle. Because this is how far it's gone. So average speed, one shot, 121.8, within reason exactly the same as the G425 7-iron, 19.6, again, no much difference whatsoever, 5-1 spin, 100 and not even 150 RPM difference, carry 177, 1 yard in it. And then average peak height 37. That's one shot. Obviously, this is not taking into account miss hits. I hit this really well. So it's going 1 yard higher than the average, but we're not hitting 30, 40 shots that I normally do to then start to see when I'd miss hit it and bringing those averages down. But you can see that. Now, 37 yards in the air is great. That's my nominal, what I want to hit as a general rule, and obviously it will come down with miss hits. I cannot hit a shot 42 yards in the air with my 6-iron than I can with the 7-iron of the Ping G425. So the guys that sound about the workability, the Ping G425 7-iron, comparable to loft to my MP26, has more functionality in that. Now, again, this is where people need to have the conversation. It's not just for amateurs. It's for even very, very good amateur golfers, stroke pros, about necessarily thinking about having a more helpful iron in their longer irons because it promotes that much higher flight. I'm really impressed to conclude with these. I'm really, really impressed about the G425 irons. These are going to sell exceptionally well because they're just so forgiving. You point the face in the direction of target and you can misstrike it, and this is with an iron, and it still wants to basically go there. So again, before you go buy these, go get custom fit, test these out. You must test these out. These are potentially, and there goes brand new, so we don't know yet, but these are looking like another hit potentially for Ping because they are just that good. So anyway, down the bottom there, if you like, if you could, like, comment, and also red button, subscribe. If you can do that whilst you're down there, next to it, bell icon, click that one. That'll let you know next time I upload another video. So I hope you're well, and we'll see you again soon.